everyone, welcome to our children's story. So, in these last few warm days of the year, I want to make something really special. An ice cream sundae, a really delicious ice cream sundae, and I am prepared. At least I think I am. I have got my whipped cream, my ice cream, a cup, a spoon, and I have got my easy to follow recipe. So let's see what the recipe says. Number one, ladle 2 ounces of sauce into the bottom of the dish. Dish? Well, I haven't got a dish, so I am just going to use my cup because it will be easier than going all the way and hunting for a dish. So, 2 ounces of sauces. I haven't got any sauce, so I will just go to number 2. Drop in 2 generous scoops of the vanilla ice cream on top of the sauce. Okay, no sauce. I've got my ice cream. It is not vanilla. It is peanut butter, but I am just going to put 2 scoops of my peanut butter ice cream into the cup. 1 and 2. Okay, let's see. Number 3, top with another 2 ounces of sauce. Okay, I haven't got any sauce. This is becoming more complicated. You know what? I'm just gonna skip to number 5. Spray on the whipped cream. Okay. Oh, it's like I am out of whipped cream. Oh boy. Let's see. Number 6, top with the garnish of your choice. Oh, I forgot to get garnish. I should have gotten garnishes like the M&M and the cherry and this picture. And I haven't got, I have got some TikToks, but I don't think it's gonna work. You know what? I am just going to have my regular ice cream like that. So guys, it's often really tempting to take the easier way out and the things that we really want to do. For example, it is often tempting, even though we want to be a great part of a sports team, it is tempting to not practice, to not go for the practice drill. Even though we may want to play a musical instrument like a guitar, it is tempting to not even bother practicing how to play a guitar. Even though we want to do great at school, it is often tempting to, you know what, just skip doing our assignments all the time and studying and so on. But sometimes it is much more easier to what? Take the easy way out. But sometimes taking the hard way, even though it's hard, it yields greater reward. Sometimes we don't really stop to consider what is involved in the things we want to achieve. And Jesus said something really similar in our gospel stories today. Jesus said that sometimes as Christians, we don't really stop to consider what is involved in being a part of God's family, in being a disciple of Christ. And Jesus said in Luke chapter 14, verse 27, that anyone who wants to be his disciple must take up their cross and follow Jesus. And where did Jesus go with his cross? Jesus took his cross all the way up on the hill to Calvary, where he died on the cross and gave up his life in order for us to have eternal life. So, being a disciple of Jesus is a challenging life, a life of service. This does not mean that there's certain work we have to do in order to be a part of God's family. Or this does not mean that there's certain step we have to do in order to be saved, to gain salvation, because we already have that through the grace of God. But what Jesus is saying is that sometimes as Christians, we assume that everything is going to be smooth and easy. But this is not always the case. Sometimes we actually have to do tough things that we may not want to do. Sometimes we actually, for example, sometimes we might have to wake up early in the morning to pray when we just want to hit the snooze button. Or sometimes we might have to come to church on Sunday mornings to worship God when we might just want to stay at home and play video games. Or sometimes we may have to help those in need when we might just want to use our money, maybe to buy a shoe or a toy we really want. And Jesus also says that following Jesus means putting aside every distraction or everything that stands between us and loving God with our whole heart. So following Jesus may not be easy, but God promises us that we will be rewarded. Just in the same way that following the right steps in making my ice cream sundae is not always easy, but I'm guaranteed a delicious ice cream. So following Jesus is not easy, but we're guaranteed a wonderful heavenly reward. And we're also guaranteed here on earth of God's love and guidance in all that we do, in our work, in our school, in our whole life. And that is a wonderful treat, even more wonderful than a well-made ice cream sundae. Thanks for joining us, and God bless you.